We're here back at the Fantasy Bar, 6 plays for you for week 15 on Yahoo, including some of my favorite value plays, some correlations I'm looking at, a quarterback wide receiver pairing I think you need this week, and of course, my favorite play of the week. Who is it? Belly up to the Fantasy Bar and find out. Welcome in, guys. Week 15 edition Beers Daily Fantasy Six Pack. This time talking some Yahoo with 6 of my favorite plays. Thank you, as always, for stopping by the Fantasy Bar and checking out the video. Now, before we get into things, as always, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Get notified when these videos are coming out. Take advantage of a special offer over on Yahoo right below us in the comment section. Yahoo doing a big once again, giving away free money in their baller contest. Take advantage of this overlay. Don't see it very often. If you're into sports betting, head over to scoresandodds.com/beer. That link down there as well. Tons of information there to check out, to compare the odds across different books, analytics, trends, everything you need to make some smart bets. Check it out today. scoresandodds.com/beer. All right, let's get into the plays here for week 15. Let's start at the running back position with SONY MICHEL. $19. Now, we know COVID, a big issue here this week. The Rams, certainly one of those teams that's dealing with. In fact, Darrell Henderson, one of the guys on the COVID list right now. If he's able to return, I still like SONY MICHEL. I think he's done enough here over the last couple weeks. The Rams have to know by now, Darrell Henderson, not a workhorse type running back. I think SONY MICHEL going to be the lead of this committee moving forward. Maybe that's a hot take, but that's certainly the way I see this playing out. If Henderson is out, all systems go here on SONY MICHEL. So really love in both scenarios here, even if Henderson is able to return. We're talking 23.5 touches per game over the last 2 here. So that workhorse type running back, the Rams certainly want to lean on. I think MICHEL fits that bill more than Darrell Henderson. I'm not calling MICHEL more talented than Henderson. I just think he fits better as a lead running back. And whoever it is, even if they're both getting work here, Seattle's certainly giving in this department second most fantasy points allowed to this position. So we'll update if we need to, but even if Henderson's back, I love MICHEL. If Henderson's out, he becomes one of my favorite plays easily on this slate at under $20. All right, let's go to the other side of that game. A little correlation here at tight end with GERALD, EVERETT, just $12. Now, tight end a little tough this week. We're missing a lot of the higher end guys. Travis Kelce, Darren Waller, if he's back, are not on the slate. Kittle, questionable here. So GERALD, EVERETT, a guy that I'm going to go to and save some money on here. Some pretty solid games here over the last couple weeks. Nothing that's slate breaking, anything like that. If I can find a $12 tight end that has a shot to find the end zone, it's certainly what I want to look for. And he's done that now in 2 of the last 3 games. Both happen to be road games. A little stat I found interesting. And Seattle, maybe without DK Metcalf here. We saw Tyler Lockett placed on the COVID list. So if they're down a wideout, makes this play even more intriguing. Even if those guys are back, the Rams, bottom 10 in fantasy points allowed to this position. And get a little revenge narrative cherry on top here. GERALD, EVERETT, a solid value tight end this week at just $12. All right, we saved some money there. Let's spend up at the quarterback position with Josh Allen, $34. So he showed us last week. Let's not forget about me, guys. I'm still here. I can still provide a very high ceiling, and we certainly saw that in that game against Tampa Bay, that furious comeback in the end. Now you get a home game, very high total here for Buffalo, a spot they desperately need a win here, and a price that has dropped $7 on Yahoo. Doesn't sound like a lot, but from 41 to 34, that opens up a lot of possibilities in your lineup. In fact, second lowest price we've seen on him all season long here on Yahoo. Now the matchup, not the greatest. We generally love to target those easier matchups. Carolina, been tough on quarterbacks, no doubt, but Buffalo projected to score almost 4 touchdowns in this game. Josh Allen going to be a big reason why. I know he's dealing with a toe injury. Maybe that zaps a little bit from his running upside. I still think there's plenty of upside there. I think this price is too cheap. I think their backs are against the wall, and I think you see Josh Allen respond in a big way here and lead his team to a big victory over the Carolina Panthers. All right, we like Josh Allen. Who do we pair him with? Steph Diggs, too easy. We're going to wide receiver, Gabriel Davis, $12. So no Emmanuel Sanders this week, looking doubtful. So it's going to be the trio of Diggs, Beasley, and Davis. Davis, the cheapest of those 3. The other 2, yes, they certainly see a ton of targets and snaps as well. But 84% of the snaps last week. We know this team loves to utilize 3 wide receiver formations. 8 targets in that game against Tampa Bay. I think you could see a similar output here against this Carolina secondary. touchdowns now in back-to-back weeks. So we know this guy electric when they get around the red zone. And Carolina, when you look at the last 4 weeks, middle of the pack against wide receivers. So maybe we're seeing a little chink in the armor here of this Carolina defense. Buffalo, again, very high team total. Gabriel Davis, big time upside at a very low $12 cost. All right, back to the running back. Again, we're going to tiptoe around COVID here. We're going to go to Miami. We're going to go with MYLES GASKIN, $21. Now, as of this recording, I realize we don't have clarity on this situation. We couldn't avoid every team that had COVID. We got to make some stands here. If anything changes in this pick, in that Miami backfield, we will certainly get back in the comment section to make the adjustments here. But I'm expecting him to clear these protocols. Vaccinated player, just needs a couple clean tests here. And if he is back in that lineup, he will be the workhorse here for this Miami team. Now, last time against the Jets, 26 touches in that game. I know the production was not great. It's kind of been the story here with MYLES GASKIN. But if I can get a guy 25, 26 touches at right around $20, I'm going to go back to the well here. Did score a touchdown in that game. And the Jets, we know, easily the worst team against running backs. It's not even close. Giving up 4 more touchdowns than the next closest team and almost 4 fantasy points per game of the second place team. Target this matchup. If it's Gaskin, great. If it's not, we will update things in the comment section. But I'm expecting MYLES GASKIN back in that lineup. Going to be in my lineups here against the Jets this week as well. All right, it's time to take a look at my favorite play on Yahoo for week 15. Before we do that, we want to continue our Beast of the Week contest, free to play. All you have to do, get in the comment section right below the video and guess fantasy points for my favorite play here on Yahoo. The closest guess going to win themselves a free RotoGrinders t-shirt. Let's wrap this baby up. My favorite play for week 15, you know, Mass, Beast of the Week. All right, Beast time. We owe you one more wide receiver, a guy in a great spot this week. We're going to Dallas. We're rolling with CeeDee Lamb of the Cowboys, this week's Beast of the Week. So here's another price drop. We talked about it with Josh Allen. CeeDee Lamb's price has dropped as well, all the way down to $26, very close to teammate Amari Cooper. I want to buy on Lamb here. I think he's got the highest ceiling of this bunch. I don't hate Cooper. Hell, I don't hate the double stack here in this game against the Giants. But Lamb starting to put that consistency on the board. At least 6 receptions now in 5 of the last 7 games. The last matchup against the Giants, 484-1. And we know the Giants struggle against this position. Bottom 10 in the league in fantasy points allowed. 2 wide receivers. This Dallas offense in a very good spot. Heavy favorites here. High team total here. Get some exposure. And I'm going to do it here with CeeDee Lamb. Easily my favorite play on the board in this week's Beast of the Week. All right, guys, that'll wrap us up for week 15 here on Yahoo. If you have any comments, questions, feedback, hit me up in that comment section right below the video. Don't forget fantasy points for CeeDee Lamb here on Yahoo for your shot at a free RotoGrinders t-shirt. And don't forget to take advantage. Special offer on Yahoo in the comment section and some sports betting info, scoresandodds.com/beer. Go check that out as well. That link down there as well. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut, guys. Make sure you head over and check out my FanDuel and DraftKings video. 6 more plays I'm looking at for week 15. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck on Yahoo this week. See you next week.
Hey, thanks for checking out our videos. If you want more expert advice on DraftKings, FanDuel, or any other daily fantasy sports, make sure you check out the current videos playlist